Welcome back to the shop. I'm Jeff from Today's Craftsmen, and today we're here at our shop, Greene Street Joinery, and we want to show you a new tool that we got. Seems like we're getting a lot of new tools. This is a hinge boring machine that we got from Hafla, which is our main hardware supplier. And because we use so many hinges, you know, something they do for their customers is they give you a killer deal on these hinge boring machines in cooperation with Salice, which is the hinge manufacturer that we use. So we scored this machine for, I won't say how much, about 20% of what the actual cost is, because they know that we're going to be using it with their hinges. So this is an Omal hinge boring machine made in Italy. This is a 3-phase machine, so it's hooked up to 3-phase power, and it uses air. So right now the head is in the lower position because I haven't turned the air on. So over here there's a little water separator. This is where the air comes in. If I move this valve over, the air is going to come into the machine. It's going to lift the head up. So we've got some other pneumatics here. We have some pneumatic hold downs, and the pneumatic actuation of the head up and down. Have our main power here, so we can turn it on. You see our light comes on for boring and inserting. So not only will this drill the holes for the hinge, but you can actually press in hinges that are made to be pressed in. So we don't actually use those type of hinges. We use these hinges, which are tool free. So these actually just go into the holes. We close this little door, and these barbs will grab into the wood. But they could be press in, where these were just little dowels with screws, and you would actually use this to press. You can see it's magnetic, to press the hinge down into the work. So let's say this was a door and we wanted to put a hinge cup in it. We have a laser here for finding center. We also have some stops, so you could set any of these 4 stops to whatever distances you're using. So if you were doing a kitchen, all the base cabinets in theory would have the same boring, aside from maybe some sink cabinets at the bottom and at the top. So you could set these so that you could easily bore all these doors. So let's say we want our hinge. You can see I drilled a bunch in here getting it set up. So let's put one right here. I can flip on my clamps. Now this is held down. I mean, it's really held down. And to bore, you just hold this button. You'll see it'll come down and it'll drill 3 holes for us. And it actually has air inside to blow out the hole. That way, if we wanted to insert a hinge, we wouldn't have, you know, a hole that's full of dust. So this is a 35 millimeter hole. These are 8 millimeter holes. And that's the standard boring for any European hinge, really. Let's see if we have any what we would call knock-in hinges or press-in hinge. Yeah, we do. So certain situations we do use press-in hinges. So those dowels would just get pressed in there. Let's see if we'll bore another hole and we'll actually press this hinge in. Let's see. I haven't done this on this machine yet, so you can actually see it's milled out here for the shape of the hinge, and it has these magnets. Oh. Bear with me. Like I said, I haven't done this yet. So we bring this down, and easy as that. So the nice thing about these, you see we're going into MDF. I could take this out And the dowels, these are 8mm dowels, they remain in the door. Because as you know, screws don't hold very well in MDF. That's really the basics of this. We have some controls here and at the top. So this controls the tab, which is this distance here. So right now we have a 3mm tab. That's what we've always worked with on our old hinge boring machines, so we're sticking with 3. Different manufacturers specify different tabs for different applications. So the 2 main adjustments would be your tab adjustment here, which is done by loosening an Allen screw and turning this knob. And then at the top here, we have our depth. So right now we're boring about 15mm deep. And again, you just loosen a knob and you can adjust your height. So this, it's much nicer than the machine that we had before. You know, it has the laser, it has these nice long stops, so we can set up to drill really long doors all the way out to about 40 inches from center. So overall, we're happy. We're excited to break it in. We haven't used it on a job yet, but you can see we've been drilling plenty of holes with it. If you have any questions about this machine or any other machines in the shop, be sure to leave a comment, and we'll see you on the next one.